schooling can't be politically neutral because it's preparing people to play a role in society. And roles in society are not politically neutral because they affect the distribution of power. It's either preparing you to empower those who already have power by increasing their authority, increasing the distribution of their ideas, or by increasing their wealth. If you're trained to serve them, then you've been trained to play a political role. If you're trained to pursue your own vision, to develop your own vision first and then pursue it, then that's a political role also.
In the 1960s in the United States, there was, of course, like most places in the world, an upheaval, a gigantic social upheaval of resistance and opposition to the past, to the structures of capital and power that existed in society. The government, of course, the elites confronted a problem. They didn't want this to recur.
In 1973, at the behest of billionaire David Rockefeller, an organization known as the Trilateral Commission was founded. Its early members were drawn from the United States, Western Europe, and Japan. Among them were the heads of major corporations, banks, law firms, and government. Concerned about the resistance of the 60s, the Commission set out to investigate its root causes. Their report was entitled The Crisis of Democracy.
And this commission did an investigation focusing on education and on school systems because, of course, so much of the activity occurred on campuses. And they actually came up with a conclusion. It wasn't the totality of the reasons for the 60s, but it's quite revealing, and it was one of the reasons. What they said was the population was being overeducated. That's an incredible kind of idea, and yet it's accurate. They were saying, and they were very clear on this, that we were educating people enough so that they actually expected to have a life, so that they expected to have a degree of control when they got finished with their educations. And what they were encountering was their ability to control their own lives was marginal, and people resisted. And what they decided was that they had to make a change in the educational system. They had to cut back on the high-quality education that they had until then, under the pressure of Sputnik and the rest, been spreading through society, and instead increase the more regimented education.
The report regarded the education system as the most important value-producing system in society, and argued that a program is necessary to lower the job expectation of those who receive a college education. Within 2 years of the report's publication, all of the top positions in the US government, the office of President, Vice President, Secretary of State, Defense, and Treasury, were held by members of the Trilateral Commission, and the National Security Advisor was its director.
You know, education quite clearly replicates control in many, many ways. I come from a country that was colonized by Britain, and one of the instruments of control was education. Because education can either free the mind and encourage independent thinking, or it can control the mind and condition the mind and basically turn you into slaves who voluntarily give up their freedom because they don't know how else to be, how else to think.